Hello everybody, what's up? It's Sky here and I'm back again with another build battle video today. So today we're gonna be playing pro mode again, and yeah, let's just get on into the building, I guess. So here are the themes, and I ended up liking the theme castle out of all of them. I really wanted to build it and I had a good idea. So I wanted to try something different for this theme. Normally people just make a pretty basic castle out of stone bricks and like gray blocks, but I decided to go for a like Japanese style castle. I thought it would be cool and I thought people would enjoy it, so yeah, that's what I went for. And I decided to go for like a cube and copy pasting the cube around to make the structure of it. So here I am just making the first cube shape, just detailing it. I had some stairs and slabs on the side I thought looked kind of cool. And then I couldn't figure out what fence I wanted. I decided to go for spruce. And I'm also using acacia wood, but since my texture pack changes it, it actually looks kind of like dark oak or something like that. But everyone else on the server would have seen it as like orange, which I think also works for a Japanese style castle or pagoda or temple or whatever this is. Because they're usually red and have like red detailing and stuff. So acacia's kind of red. I mean, really it's orange, but it's red-ish toned. I'm just grabbing the Pro Tools, filling this up with snow. I think snow is probably one of the best white blocks. Looking back, I feel like this might have been a little better with like chiseled quartz. I find chiseled quartz has a nice kind of pattern to it, but I ended up going for snow here. And I wasn't going super detailed, but this is what I went for. And honestly, I don't like it too much. I don't like how the fence goes up in the middle, but I just had to commit to it. Didn't want to waste much time. So after finishing the 4 sides here, I just got started on the roof. And Japanese temple styled roofs are kind of pretty hard to get down. Honestly, I didn't get a super nice shape here. I still need to work on getting a nice one. And this is a 9x9 block area, which is pretty good because it has a center. I hate building with 2 block centers, but I need to get a nice layout for like a 9x9 roof for this. I've practiced this build a little bit before in like housing and stuff, but this was my second time making it in game, I think. I still have a lot to perfect with this build, but I think it's pretty nice. And that's basically what I went for the roof. I ended up lengthening the edges out a bit more. Thought it looked kind of weird having them flat like that, but after that it looked kind of squarish. I wish I fixed it up a little bit, but yeah. And then I'm just grabbing sea lanterns here. It kind of looks weird at the bottom or at the top of the things in the corners. I don't know what to call them, but yeah, I just wanted this to look kind of like hanging lights coming down. And now this is this section finished, and I'm just copy pasting it around the plot just to get a nice layout. So there's this spot in the front, and then I decided to make the middle one the tallest, which makes sense. I wanted to have like a nice centerpiece to look at, and then also ones on the sides, and I think that makes it fairly castle looking just from the shape of this. I didn't know if this was super castle-y for the theme castle. It definitely would have worked better for the theme temple, but either works, I think. It's still like a Japanese castle, I guess. And then I was just copy pasting it along the plot to use more space of the plot and try not to leave it too empty. And then here my brain kind of just stopped working and I pasted it off the side of the plot, but I realized, well, duh, obviously I realized. And then I just pasted that there. And then I don't really know what to do for this. I really want to have a nice river going through the middle, but then there's also the door there. So sometimes I've built it like all the way up to the door, but that doesn't really make sense. So I kind of run it at the end of the river. Kind of looks kind of weird, but yeah. And then I just added these at the sides. And then just counting out the blocks so it could be even on both sides. And then I just bone mealed the grass just to add more detail, make it look more lush and full. Then there's these little like corner crevice things, I don't know what to call them, but I was like that would be a nice space for like a little tall tree. And I don't really like how these trees turned out. They're very like tall and skinny and flat, kind of, not really flat, I don't know how to describe it, like flat lengthwise. But that one especially, there was a lot of leaves, or not leaves, the stem was poking out through the leaves a lot, which I didn't like too much, but I didn't really have much time to fix it, so I was just adding sugar canes along the edge of the river to kind of look like bamboo, I guess. Now that's kind of dumb because it's, I guess, like stereotypical, but it also just adds more detail. And then this is also probably stereotypical, but it was just to add a nice centerpiece to the build. I added a torii gate, and I think it turned out pretty nice. And it doesn't really make any sense that it's going over the water because you're supposed to walk through them, but you know what? It doesn't need to be completely accurate. It's just a Minecraft build, and I think it looks pretty nice. Just added lily pads in the water to add more detail, and that was the build complete. So here's the first build. Definitely legendary. Definitely something pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what went on, and I don't know what this says. It looks like it says Git, but then it also kind of looks backwards, like it says legendary, like L-E-G, but the G is upside down. I don't really know what it's supposed to say. Maybe I'm kind of dumb. And then there's this one. This is what most castles look like with the castle theme. This is why I was talking about being a little more creative with the theme. I didn't want it to be super like stone bricks and just gray and all using the same color palette. I wanted to go for something a little more interesting, a little more unique. So that's why I went for the Japanese style one. This is definitely interesting. I'm not really sure what to think about it. And legendary, but that is polished granite. I think this is just the default blocks that you start off with. So, and then this is like a castle in the water. A princess is stuck in the castle. Yeah, this one was like, I think it was supposed to be like Mario or something, like the Mario castles, but I decided I'd become the princess. So it was nice. And then next up was this one. This one is a kind of spammy looking build. Like, it's very one color palette. It's nicer than the builds before it, but it's just very like flat looking, lacking a bit of depth. It's an alright build, and it managed to get a legendary because I think people were just surprised on the size of it, but this build is a bit better than the last one, I think. I really like the detail on this one. It wasn't too big, but the quality of this one was really nice. And I don't know, I just thought it was like cute. Kind of reminded me of like some ruins or something. It would have been cool to make ruins with it, just breaking it down a little, adding vines and stuff. But this one was also a pretty normal looking castle build. I feel like a lot of them just all look the same. And this round actually had a lot of builds in it too. Like, I think it was a full lobby. Maybe not completely full, not all 16, but it was pretty full lobby. And then here's my build. It definitely doesn't look like the other builds, which I'm pretty happy about. I didn't want it to be too, like, normal looking. And then people seem to like it, and I managed to get a legendary rain, which I'm pretty happy about. Then there's this one. This one's like ruins or something. It's alright. I think you could do more in 10 minutes, but I think the detailing with the gradient of the blocks is actually nice. Even if the shape isn't too good, it's kind of lacking depth. This one was alright. This one's also kind of lacking depth. It does have the pillars to add some depth on the sides. I just voted okay on it. Compared to the other ones that I voted good, this one I think I liked a little bit less, but it was alright. And then here's another one. This one's kind of just like a wall. Similar to the last one. Kind of just like a half-size version of the last one. But this is what I mean when they all just look the same. But I think you can do a lot more with the theme castle. And this one was Cocomelon. I think the guy was talking about building Cocomelon or something in the start of the game. Definitely a legendary build. Definitely fits the theme. And I decided to twerk on the Cocomelon. And this one was actually alright. I like the kind of river going around it, or the moat. Is that what it's called when a river is going around a castle? I don't know. But I felt like the moss bricks, I don't really like moss bricks. Like, I like them mixed together with other blocks and gradients, but just a build completely made out of moss bricks is kind of, like here where the moss bricks are mixed in, it looks a bit better. But I'm not a fan of builds when the floor isn't changed. Like, even someone could build an amazing build but not change the floor, and then I'd probably vote okay, just because like the white terracotta is just so ugly. And this build ended up winning. I was kind of sad about it, but I think it was just because of the order that the builds were in, where this one came first. People were probably more impressed with it, and then my build came after, and they were kind of used to the size of it. And also my build kind of didn't really super exactly fit the theme castle, but yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, I hope I see you in my next video. Bye.